make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so live.
All right. Mom, can you hear me now? I'm not Ashley Waters, but let me know if you guys can hear me. 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's just see. Yeah, see, this is what we do. We fly by the seat of our pants. Well, I'm going to see. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. We're going to try this. We're going to try from this position, and hopefully everything works. Let's go ahead and try to get this show started. Hopefully you can hear. If not, it's going to be a really crappy show, but we'll figure it out. Here we go.
Sponsored by Fusion Car Wash. Now with 2 locations in Frederick to serve you. One on Spectrum Drive near the FSK Mall, which is a full-service location. And TJ Drive with self-serve vacuums. Download the free Fusion Car Wash app and sign up for a monthly membership. And you can keep all your cars clean daily. FusionCarWash.com.
All right. Hopefully you can hear me. We got Bob Miller. He's going to join us in the studio. Let's see how this rolls.
It's time for the Morning Roundup with Dani, Bob, and Randy. Here to get you caught up with everything you missed overnight on Good Morning Frederick.
Well, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I didn't want to, Jay. I could have messed with you, but I didn't want to do that.
Well, you know, it would just be how things roll today. How are you? Look at you with your Maryland shirt on.
I love my Maryland shirt. I get a lot of compliments when I wear this shirt. People are like, "I love your shirt," and I'm like, "Well,
no, it's a great one. It is a great one for sure."
I do like it. I do like it. Happy New Year.
Yes.
I guess we have talked in the New Year, so
just a little bit. Yeah. It's
we'll
all
cut
good,
that.
though.
We'll cut that in post-production.
2026, you know, every year I start out just as hopeful as I do with the Commander season, and pretty much right into it, something just kicks you in the head, and you know, you just roll. You got to roll along.
You know, big news, of course, coming out of Redskins Park, Commanders, whatever. They fired not only their offensive coordinator, but their defensive coordinator. Yeah. Both of them gone.
Tons of coaches got let go this year.
Yep. John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
After 18 years with the Ravens, I mean, it's been Brian Belichick and Harbaugh, and that's it.
And he's like the winningest Ravens coach. I don't know. Look, I get it. I mean, I guess they feel like that's where it comes from, and maybe they just didn't like the direction he was going. But yeah, a lot of coaching opportunities. So
the sad part about that is that I like John Harbaugh, but rumors have been going around that he's going to end up in New York and in the NFC East working for the Giants.
Whoa.
And I don't need the Giants to become a good team.
None of us do.
Right?
None of us do.
So,
yeah. Well, It could turn things. Look, sometimes it's just the juice a team needs with a fresh approach. But, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. What else is going on? Look, I'm telling you, we've rolled right into 2026 here in Frederick County with some pretty big discussions on the data center. Seems to be, or data center, however you want to say it, seems to be taking up a lot of people's time. Actually, Blaine Young is going to be interviewing Brad Young tonight on the Last of the Good Old Boys podcast. That's going to be live at 6. But, I mean, everyone, they stick to their talking points, don't they? So even when you question one and the other on, well, these guys said X and you said Y, they just keep repeating it.
Yeah, it was interesting. We had Council President Young on the other day. He comes on all the time, and I got grief for it. Like, why are you having that? I mean, it was like the haters were out, and I'm like, he's the Frederick County Council President.
Yeah, of course. You got to listen to every viewpoint, whether or not you agree or think you agree. Like the fact to not allow people the platform. That's why we say here, hey, anybody who wants to come on can come on and say what they need to say. I mean, the fact when people get like that, it's just they're so emotional about all this stuff.
Well, I can understand some of it. And some of it I can't. Obviously, it's going to be hard to walk away with that supposedly $200 million a year cash flow that's coming from data centers.
They're definitely not going to walk away. So I think the thing that what we need to do is to ensure that a couple of things. Number one, I believe they should set aside a large chunk of that money to deal with the fallout of what they don't know will happen. Like that's what I don't want to see us walk down this path. And they're already going because $200 million a year is just too sweet for them to pass up. It is literally the guy in the van with the puppies, right? Mm-hmm. But what I want to see is a large portion of that money not touched by anything, sitting in a fund, maybe making some money for a while until we see the electrical grid issues that could come of this and the water issues that could come of this. And then having some general solution for what a lot of people feel like is going to happen. And this whole noise thing with the generators, that's another big issue I've been reading a lot about lately in Adamstown, is the generators noise that it's going to be putting out. So
it was interesting. We had a gentleman on yesterday. He is running for the 6th congressional seat that April McLean Delaney owns right now. He would like to be that. And he retired from the military just last year. His name is Chris Burnett. And he said, look, we have nuclear reactors on submarines and they power. He goes, they're quiet. He goes, why can't we do the same thing for these data centers? It just is going to take somebody to stand up and say, hey, this way. But that, obviously will open up a whole new can of worms. Well, if it's nuclear, it's going to, I'm going to die. I'm going to get cancer. I'm going to get warts on my head. So, we have a diesel generator here at the radio station.
Yeah.
I have no idea when the last time that thing got fired up. Yeah. But if you test 1,000 of them at one time, that's going to be a lot of noise. Sure. And so that could be a concern. So you build berms, you figure out ways to kind of mitigate those that noise a little bit. And it can be done. I mean, we're the United States of America, for goodness sakes. Right. We should be able to do something.
Yeah, and I think what a lot of people are saying is let's not wait until it's an issue to try to solve it. Let's at least put some ideas in place. I would love to know how this has impacted other communities, what they have done, the mistakes that they made, and wish that they had changed. Like that to me, I don't know if that has been done. That's one of the questions I'm going to ask, or make sure it gets asked this evening to Brad Young. And I want to know, like, you can't just look at the money and go, woohoo, yeah, here we go. Like, it's just, you're talking about a lot of people being impacted on that. So,
well, the door's open. I mean, data centers are already here. They're being built. We're just going to add more. And we have to figure out, how that is going to happen. And the other thing, of course, is solar fields. I mean, that's the other big thing. A lot of people are complaining about solar fields taking over farmers. I was talking to a guy today, and he sent me some information. He had a friend of his that, I forget, it wasn't a big piece of property. It was like 20 acres or something like that, but he's making like $300,000 a year having his solar field. And I'm like, okay, so now he doesn't have to, bust his butt tilling the land, buying a seed, planting a seed, harvesting the seed. He can sit back and relax a little bit.
With Mother Nature.
I understand that.
100%. Like, you can't, like, and again, a lot of times the people are like, well, alternative energy. Well, how do you think that happens? They always say that, and then they go, well, we don't want the wind turbines we don't want to be able to see them, and we don't want it to ruin our farmland, and we don't want, well, you cannot have it all ways. And that, again, I think we have, gotten away from the nuclear discussion, and there are, places where that's been a phenomenal, alternative to energy. And I don't know.
I don't like the big wind turbines. They're just huge. And I heard somebody said, and I don't know this, that they have one on their farm, and every rotation it clicks. And that click just drove them crazy.
Oh, yeah, that would be torture.
Yeah. That's kind of like listening to the Morning News Express every day.
Yeah.
Torture. It's torture. We're listening to A.J. Randall in the afternoon.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, it's, it's going to be quite heated, but I think, to think that this is not going to happen is crazy. So you might as well, let's figure out how to make it work, because it is, like you say, they're already here. And, it's just at what level? What level? Yeah. So what else is happening in and around that you guys are talking about?
Obviously, I drove into work yesterday at about 4:45 yesterday morning, and I was greeted on Route 40 right there at the 900 block of Route 40 at the Red Horse with tons of fire equipment, $1 million in damage to the Red Horse restaurant.
Oh, it's awful because they just did some renovations down in their banquet rooms and just did a lot of. There's new owners. You know, it's funny because I saw a post saying, "Oh, so sad for with the Bromfields or whatever. They haven't owned the Red Horse in quite a while, and the new owners. I think there might be one that just took over even recently, but." You know, I know Don and the team at Red Horse, I reached out to them to see what we could do as a community to support them. Obviously, it's displacing a lot of workers, many of whom have worked at the Red Horse for 15 years, 20 years or more. So, we got to figure all that out for them. And it's really sad that that happened.
It's gonna be. It's almost kind of like the China Garden. Remember when that happened to them? And it's like you're gonna have to circle the date when they say we're opened back up and go and support them. I don't ever want to see that kind of stuff happen to anybody. But you know what? That was their
rebuild. I mean, the China Garden took forever. A couple of years, I think, for them to reopen. And so, we want to make sure that we do what we can as a community to support them for sure.
Well, I think was the China Garden, was that a complete tear down and rebuild? I don't remember, to be honest with you.
No, the back burned near the kitchen. They did a refurb. They refurbed the whole thing, but the whole thing wasn't destroyed. They did not build it from the ground up, but it just seemed to take for. I'm sure. Look, you got insurance, you got investigations, you got all this stuff that has to happen. That all takes time, of course, but we want to see them get back up and running as soon as possible. And not
counting the people in the city and the county and all those people walking through trying to, act like they're important. Well, this chair shouldn't sit here. Type of deal.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm sure a lot of that will come into play now because you're grandfathered in for certain things, and then you have to bring everything up to current standards when you do something like this. So, it's just
so the other thing. I mean, we were talking about that. Of course, there's a developer on All Saints Street who wants to put 12 townhouses on less than a half an acre.
Wait, where on Saint Street?
All Saint Street. It's right there between. I can't. Oh my gosh, I'm old. Hang on a second. Let me look at my. It's right there at between South Street and I can't. Oh, I can't. So hang on a second. I'm looking over here. It's East All Saint Street and between Carroll Street and another street. I can't read it.
Wow.
But it's a little. I thought it was on East Street, but it's not. It's All Saints, East All Saint Street.
Yeah. So Carroll Street is where the new police department is. So it must be right across from there. That block that has a couple. That's not. It's like a little tiny parking lot.
Well, it's a half an acre, and they want to. Yeah. It's less than a half an acre, and they want to put 12 townhouses on it.
Holy cow!
Right.
I'm telling you, I really wish they would just wait and see what happens when those condos or whatever at Terrace Lanes are done and across the street next to Rita's and all of that over there on West South Street. That's going to be the biggest cluster we've ever seen. If we want to talk about traffic and people getting in and out and parking and all of that, I have no idea. I do know that in the large section where Terrace Lanes is, there is some parking designated, but there's not going to be enough. People have if you put two people in a condo, there's at least two vehicles, sometimes even more. And then what happens when people who visit? It's just going to be unbelievable. I don't even know when those are going to be done, but I know they are moving quite right along on those.
Yeah. Well, then you talk about the East All Saints Street property. I mean, think about that. That's going to also be competing with the Frederick Brickworks property. And they want to put a bunch of houses over there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, look, I heard a lot of people upset about that because that developer is changing the plans from just the commercial to mixed use with retail or apartments or something, condos, livable up above, and all of that. So it's kind of, you feel like when you're watching this, it's the old switcheroo. Like you go kind of put in your plans, you get approved, and then all of a sudden you're making this little, hey, we're going to do this. And then it all kind of goes. So
Right. And they've already approved it, and they've already like, oh, okay, sure, why not?
Why not?
You know.
Why not? Yeah, you're already in. So
somewhere along the line.
Yeah, again, always follow the money, follow the power, follow the promises. Unfortunately, we find out sometimes a little bit too late. But, kind of like this Minnesota Somali daycare system, now they're doing, looking at not only Washington State, California is now being looked at. It's going to end up being billions of taxpayer dollars going to people who are not doing what they say they were doing. And whoever has been in charge of approving any of these should immediately be dismissed and all the way up. I don't care what position you're in. That is just a travesty. Really is.
It's look, everybody, we saw it during COVID of how many people took advantage of COVID dollars. They were just handing money out left and right. I think even my son took some. He was working at the time at a restaurant or something. And they're like, he's like, I don't have a job. What am I supposed to do? He goes, and they're giving it to me.
Right.
I'm like, well, that doesn't mean you have to take it. He goes, well, I need it. And I'm like, okay, well, then if you need it, then okay. But still, there's a lot of people who were padding their their expenses or whatever just to get COVID
like
money.
That with any amount of disrespect for taking what was being offered. What I didn't like at that time was there were a lot of very successful people who were taking advantage of the fact that this money was being offered. And it was like this, the coffers were open and they had 60 seconds to go get whatever they could. And they sure did. But, look, this is the problem when it's not handled on a very one-to-one local level. And people aren't checking to make sure that the things are. Let me just tell you, I got a grant from the city of Frederick last year. They had money that they probably got from the state, and they, opened it up to local businesses downtown. I think it was downtown, maybe just Frederick City. But I had to provide so much documentation, not only to apply. Once I received it, I had to provide documentation. Throughout the process, I had to provide documentation. I'm talking photos, like bank records, all. And at the end of this year, before the tax year was up, I had to provide documentation again. So I just feel like, it can be done. It can be managed. It just, if they want to or not. And so, I don't know.
I'm just mad that I'm not smart enough to get my piece of the pie.
Right. We didn't figure out how to do that. Well, I think if it were all, we can talk about that another day. But anyway. All right. Well, look, I appreciate you very much. WFMD, you can listen online, WFMD.com, or, of course, AM 930. What is the AM 930 on your Alexa and all that good stuff, right? Yeah,
it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, try it.
I had to work on my Alexa a little bit to make it work, but it does work. So
yeah. What do you guys got coming up the rest of the week? Anything good?
I'm actually going to interview tomorrow, and I'm not sure exactly what time. I got the confirmation. I got to confirm it. The author Brad Meltzer, who has written many books, and he was also part of the TV show with Scott Raleigh, Decoded.
Okay.
And he's written a lot of children's books.
I got to get Scott Raleigh on. I haven't even had him on. With his
I had him on a while back, and
he
promised me a book, and he hasn't given it to me yet. So, I guess I'll have to buy one.
You might. You might. That's the author's way of saying, buddy, I get paid on the book, not the, it's all good. Yeah.
I was with many years ago with Brad Meltzer. He had a book called out The 10th Justice. That was the first book that he wrote.
Yeah.
And I interviewed him. I read it. It was a great book. I've read a bunch of his other stuff, and his new book's called The Viper. And he's been very gracious to me. And he said, anytime you want me to come on, he goes, I will come. I mean, he's on the nationally syndicated shows. He goes, but you were there when I was a nobody. And he goes, and I'll be there for you.
When people remember that.
Yeah. So that, and I'm trying to think of, who else is coming on. I really don't have it right in front of me right at the moment. We fly by the seat of our pants,
Bob. We fly by the seat of our pants.
Right. I do know that I want to know that I have this big blue bar that says to simplify our structure and support long-term improvements on StreamYard.
Okay.
Do I have to click something?
I don't know what you're talking about. So no, I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to have a look at it.
Okay.
But they have made a ton of improvements this year. So I love that's the platform that we stream from, and they take what we give them as feedback and they try to make it right, which I love. So
are they local?
No.
Okay.
No. Of course not.
Not like you at 401 North Market Street.
Right. I'm local. You're local. There we go. That's what we got.
That's all that counts.
Well, speaking of local, I got Ashley Waters in the studio. We're going to get her on from Blessings in a Backpack, talking about a really cool event that we've been hinting about, and that's kind of cool too. We ought to do this. It's a race to pack backpacks full of food that's coming up soon. We should get a team together.
Yeah. Well, send her my way too. I'd love to talk to her.
Yeah, I will send her your way too. But we're going to take a quick break in the meantime, and I'm going to have to do a little adjusting, so you might have to watch the live look for a minute or two, but I'll get it going. Because
you look great. You sound great.
Deserted me. Well, I didn't sound great earlier. Apparently, there was no sound, so now I have to make quick adjustments on the other side. So we'll get it. It'll figure itself out.
Well, you're doing a fine job.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.
What makes for a perfect custom engagement ring? Truly understanding the elements that make a ring that's perfect for you. Custom by Colonial. The Colonial Jewelers box. There's just more in it.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Are you living with tension that just won't let go? At Key Myofascial Release in Frederick, we help your body unwind naturally, relieving pain, improving movement, and restoring balance from the inside out. Discover the difference where science meets sensitivity. Visit KeyCityMFR.com to schedule your session today.
right. Let's get that off. All right. We are going to be. Oh, my God. There we go. Yay. I'm telling you, this one woman thing is not working out great for me, but it's so important because we got Ashley Waters, Executive Director for Blessings in a Backpack. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Oh, Dani, thank you for having me.
Okay, wait, I don't hear you. So, lean in close. Okay, nope, hang on. What? Oh, I know. Hang on, one more thing. This is why. Okay, let's try this one more time.
Testing. All good?
I don't know. You want to pop in your headphones there, see if you can hear yourself. All right, one more time. Let's see. See?
All right.
Oh,
Here.
there we go. There we go. Hopefully everybody can hear us now. See, these are the things. I guess I got to give my brother credit. He does do some work when he's here. Hopefully you guys can all hear that. All right, Ashley Waters, Executive Director, Blessings in a Backpack. This role is fairly new. Has it been a year?
About 7 months.
7 months. Okay, congratulations so far. What has been the biggest thing so far this year in getting rolling with Blessings in a Backpack?
Well, the awesome part is that my predecessors, Hermine and Angela, did such a great job. We're celebrating 12 years in Frederick County, actually this coming weekend. And so I came into a well-oiled machine. But there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in the food space right now. We know with the SNAP cuts that were happening, government shutdown, we know we have a lot of federal workers in our community. So it's been a challenging fall for a lot of people with where and how to get their food. And so we've been proud to continue the service of providing kids weekend food bags for about 3,000 kids.
I was just going to say, so if people don't know what Blessings in a Backpack is, let's give kind of the big overview of what you guys do every single week.
Absolutely. So we provide weekend food bags to children in Frederick County. We are in 31 schools, and right now we are feeding 3,000 kids every Friday. And so these are kids that are relying on free and reduced meals for breakfast and lunch throughout the week. And it's about 65 hours between lunch on Friday and breakfast on Monday.
Wow.
So our goal is to make sure that these kids go home with a weekend food bag, has about 8 items in it, to help bridge that hunger gap that can happen over the weekend for these children.
Yeah, and I know a lot of times if there's something big coming, like a snowstorm or the breaks and all of that, summertime, you guys do a lot of additional support as well.
Yeah, so actually just before break, we did a winter break packing event where we gave them what we're calling a mega bag.
Yeah.
So again, it had more hearty things in it, more items than we typically do. It was a very long FCPS break. So we wanted to make sure those kiddos had enough food to get them through.
Yeah, and that's unreal. Before we talk about this event coming up, how can Frederick support what you're doing? Because I know you kind of get support from a lot of different places, not only volunteer, monetarily, and all that good stuff. So do you take food donations directly, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we have very specific type of items that we want to give out. So we do collect food. We just ask people to take a look at the list. We actually just published our winter food needs list on Monday on our social media pages, and we'll continue to push that out. But yes, we collect donated food all year round. Obviously, monetary donations. We can feed a kid for a weekend for $5. So every $5 it donates feeds a kid. And we also have volunteers that help us deliver food to schools, volunteers that help us pack bags with these big packing events we have coming up. And people just to share the mission and to make sure that childhood hunger remains our focus for our community members. So we're very blessed to have great people in the community supporting us, and we're always looking for more.
Yeah. So do you pack in a centralized location and then distribute to the schools?
So a lot has changed since COVID. COVID taught us a lot, but also FCPS and school policies changed.
Right.
So we no longer pack in the schools. We do have what we call pre-packs. They come straight from a distributor. Blessings is a national organization. We just have an operation here in Frederick, and we have a national dietitian that leads our food solutions. So we actually have a sleeve that comes pre-packed that goes to our bigger schools. It keeps it more compact because 500 bags going to Waverly, for instance.
Right.
That's a lot of space that they need.
Sure.
So those bags are really great. And then we have a lot of small youth groups or corporations that help us pack for our smaller schools, and then those bags are delivered that way as well. So we don't do what we used to do, what people think of Blessings as packing in the schools every Friday. We've changed the model to be more efficient so we can feed more kids and keep it going.
Yeah.
But we do community-led packing events several times a year, and that's when those big operations, right? The winter winter break packing.
Right.
We'll have one coming up for the Unity campaign in March.
Okay.
Back to school, those types of things where
Sure.
we need a big group of bags to come into play.
Right. Now, you guys have an event that I'd never even heard about. It's coming up in May, I think.
March 14th. It's my birthday.
March
That's the reason
14th.
I can't forget it.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So tell me about this particular event and how we can get involved.
Yeah, so what I love about this event is it's very tied to our mission. It's a competitive style packing event where teams of people try to see if they can pack bags the fastest. So think March Madness turned to help out with food insecurity. So
Love it.
Of a bracket, right? Some round robin play, and then into a bracket to see if your team of 8 to 10 people can be the fastest packers in Frederick County. And our goal is to pack 5,000 bags that during that event that'll immediately go out to the kids next week.
Holy cow. That's a lot. That's a lot of bags. Okay, so how can people get involved with this particular event?
Yeah, well, the best way is to build a team of your own, family, friends, colleagues, whatever it may be. The team is 8 to 10 people. The team fee is $550. All that money goes to help us buy the food for the event. And you register, then you'll show up that day. We'll get you your little bleacher section at Hood College that you can kind of have as your home base, and then we'll call you down to pack. You pack your heart out, and then hopefully you win and you keep going. But yeah, it's really easy at frederick.blessingsinthebackpack.org to find information to start that team.
Yeah.
And then obviously, you just want to come check it out. We also love some spectators as well.
I love it. I think that is phenomenal and how much fun. And again, I always say when the organization wins and you win, everyone wins. And of course, the kids of Frederick County get some food to help them during spring break. So again, kind of Blessings in a Backpack is one of those organizations. I feel like they're like they've kind of flown under the radar for a while, and I feel like now all of a sudden like it's coming back into play. I mean, I know early on I was involved, and you guys are just out there doing your thing. And so, what do you hope for this next 2026 year for Blessings?
Yeah, so for us, we have about 1,000 kids on our wait list. We also have 6 schools that would like to be part of our program that we can't financially afford to support right now. So my main goal is to try to find supporters that will help us bring more kids and more schools off that wait list. We're also looking at, again, just how we can continue to build those relationships with the schools. FCPS is a great partner. The school counselors, the community school coordinators, all those pieces.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it without them, and I want to continue to make their lives as easy as possible because they're helping us deliver the mission.
Come on in. Our next guest walked in. I know. Normally we got greeters and all that kind of stuff. It's all good. Yeah, look, I mean, I think it's but first of all, unfortunate that we have so many kids who have the need here in Frederick County. But one of the things I do know about our community is that it is absolutely top notch when it comes to supporting organizations like yours and others. So sometimes I feel like it's just awareness, right? So that's why this is great opportunity for us to share. I would love for everybody watching right now to share this stream and just say, check out Blessings in a Backpack. This event is a really great way to kind of raise awareness and have some fun at the same time. But of course, the cause is to make sure kids have food when school is not in session. And we know that that's a big, big thing. So, yeah, we want everybody to sign up. Say it again. It's frederick.blessings.org.
Frederick.blessingsinthebackpack.org.
Okay. Frederick.blessingsinthebackpack.org. Go there right now. Sign up your team. I'm going to get a team together. We're going to make sure that there's a team out there representing as well and see what we can do. But I really want to thank you so much for everything you do for the kids of Frederick County, keeping this organization going and running just so smoothly. And please feel free to come back anytime. Maybe we'll do something closer to the event too. I might have to live stream from that event. That might be fun. See who ends up winning. Might have to do a little side bettage, and that can all be donated to Blessings in a Backpack as well. But I don't want to get in trouble with anyone there. So anyway, all right. I want to thank Ashley Waters so much. Frederick.blessingsinthebackpack.org. Go there right now and show your support. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're coming back with Carleah Summers, who is a candidate for City Council in Brunswick, right after this. Thank you, guys.
Sponsored by A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business located right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding, windows and gutters, and they can even build you a new patio or deck. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. You can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just tell Sandra that Dani sent you.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
At Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, we understand how pain can hold you back. We're here to understand what you're going through. For a limited time, you can schedule your first visit for just $50. Give us a call and mention Good Morning Frederick, and let's get you feeling better.
Oh boy, it has. Let me just tell you, I know I give my brother a hard time, but I'm telling you, the fact that he's able to juggle things here and leave me to do my thing there, I so appreciate it. I so appreciate it. All right. Oh gosh, let me turn this on. This is another thing. So, because the sun is blaring right through here. Let me just see if we can. Oh my gracious. Me too. We're both in the dark over here. My goodness, hang on. You know what? I'm going to have you sit here. I'm going to sit there because it's important people see you. We're going to switch. All right. This is brutal. This is what we do. We wing it. We wing it. Oh, yeah. Much better. Nobody cares about me. Everybody wants to see you. All right. I got my guest, Carleah Summers. You are the executive director of Andrea's House still, right?
Yes.
Or founder
Yes.
and executive director. I know that there's been some new chairperson announced
Yes.
recently.
Yes.
Okay. But an amazing organization. But you are here today because you are running for City Council of Brunswick.
I am. Thank you for having me, Dani.
That's so exciting. Welcome to Good Morning Frederick. So let's just go a little bit into the story that kind of led you to this decision. How did you get there?
So whenever I see a way that I can kind of meet a need or be of service, I enjoy working with people, as you know. I've committed my life to that. And I really enjoy working with families particularly. And I know in Brunswick, there are a lot of underserved families and there are a lot of resources that are needed in our city. And our city is wonderful. Our mayor, Nathan Brown, does an incredible job of advocating and doing what he needs to do to grow the city. I just think that I can bring additional resources to make it even better.
That is, look, this is exactly what we need, right? We need people who kind of look out there and say, hey, I think I can positively impact the people of a community. And so that's what you've done, which is extraordinary. And I know it's not easy. I've seen you've been out on the streets, you've been door knocking and introducing yourself to people. What has the feedback been so far?
So we've actually had really good feedback, and I'm one of those weird people that actually enjoys door knocking.
Of course you do.
I love just hearing what people think and getting their feedback, because at the end of the day, it's not about my personal agenda. It's about what they want,
right,
and their voices being heard. And so the overall feedback is, people want to see more businesses. They want growth, you know, and so that is something that definitely I want to be a part of, and I think it's something that I could absolutely be an asset for as well.
Yeah, and I think Brunswick is one of those gems that is, I call it kind of our little Austin of Frederick County. Like, there have been some really cool things that have shown up in Brunswick, new businesses that have come in, businesses that have expanded. Every time I go, I think I don't spend nearly enough time in Brunswick because there's so many cool things. But what a great place to kind of have your mark on a town that's kind of already stretching its legs and running a little bit. I love it.
So it's like, for us, it's like a full circle moment. So Andrea's house is named after my aunt, as you know, that passed away from breast cancer in 2019. And she was actually on the planning commission in Brunswick.
No!
And when she passed, she left my husband and I her house. And so to be able to pick up where she left off and to help grow the city that she loves so much is like, it truly is a blessing.
That just gives me chills. That just gave me chills because literally your story seems all about kind of this journey that keeps taking you back to family, which is what your whole organization is about. It just really gave me chills.
Yes.
It's amazing. It's amazing. What are the biggest challenges right now in facing Brunswick and the residents there?
I think the biggest challenges, and just from what I'm hearing and door knocking, is that people feel unheard.
Right.
And I know as a person who is in long-term recovery and has not always been on the right path, I know how hard it can be to be at the bottom and feel like you're unheard and that you don't have what you need to move forward or to do better in life. And so being able to meet those people and the families where they are is really, really important so that everyone can thrive, not just some people.
Yeah. And is the council set up similar here in Frederick?
So there's 5, and then currently we're looking for the 6th member to be elected. But yes, it's a nonpartisan. It would be the difference, in Brunswick.
Yeah, really great. I mean, I think again, anytime you see something and choose to make that leap to get involved, it is so important for all of us. And again, running for office may not be for everybody. It's certainly not for everybody, but there are so many ways to make your mark in your community, from starting a nonprofit to having a voice or a platform or doing what you are expert in. That's what makes the community so rich and well-rounded and just a great place to live. Yeah. All right. So when is this November election?
So no, the election is January 20th.
Wait, what?
Yes, it's a special election. So it is coming up in 13 days.
Holy cow.
Yes, it's right around the corner.
It is.
We are out meeting as many constituents as we can, and just really pounding the pavement right now to just get the word out.
I had no idea. Okay. So obviously I don't live in Brunswick, so that's my excuse. Okay. So where can people get more information about you or how they can support you, or this is the time to get out there and do stuff? What can they do?
Sure. So you can go on my Facebook page, which is Carleah Summers for City Council. You can also go on the City of Brunswick website, which they have a ton of information about the election. And then Brunswick News has the featured candidates, which is myself and Jerry Bonanno. They have a write-up on both of us.
Okay. So all right. So you're going head to head.
Yes.
Head to head.
2 of us.
And is this your first?
This is not. This is my second time running for City Council. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, we gotta make it. Was it close before?
Yes, I lost by 19 votes.
No. Yeah. Oh, that would. See, I think sometimes that is way worse than a landslide because you think, just a few more people. How many residents are in?
About 12,000.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, if you live in Brunswick or know somebody who does, be educated. That's all I always say. Educate yourself about what you want for your community and the candidate that mostly represents that. That's the most important thing, and I think you would agree. Like if people do that and make educated decisions, if you don't win, it's not nearly if you don't know and you're just kind of going in blind. Right. So we want people who care about the community, who represent our local governments, and I know you definitely do. Yes. That you have that, let me just tell you, hands down. So, all the best. All right, so January 20th, the special election is happening. If you're in Brunswick, please get out and vote.
Yes.
There's nothing worse. I know it's inconvenient. It's not when you're doing everything else, but just 5 minutes is all it takes for you to have an impact on your community. And Carleah would be an awesome city council member.
Thank you.
We
Dani.
wish you all the best.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome
much.
anytime. And certainly, hopefully, when you get elected, we can have you back talking more about what's going on in Brunswick.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to let you guys watch the live look for a minute so I can get myself resorted here. But thank you so much. Reach out to Carleah if you have any questions for her, or if you want her to address anything specific. I know she'll do it. Yeah. So there you go. All right, hang tight. We'll be back in just a second. Let me just pop this off. So don't say anything yet because we're still live. All right, we got a live. Let's move to the live. Oh, we're going to have that. We're moving this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by Pulling for Veterans. Pulling for Veterans is a nonprofit that educates the public on PTSD. You can rent one of the trailers starting at just $1 per hour. The trailer is filled with information about PTSD and how to help. Plus, each trailer honors a vet and acts as a rolling memorial. More details at pullingforveterans.org.
Sponsored by Lawn Squad. Quick and easy quote, and you can be on your way to having the best lawn in the neighborhood. Watch the progress as Brian from Lawn Squad brings Dani's lawn back to life. Visit lawnsquad.com. Sponsored by Maryland Lottery. Tons of ways to win. Hot scratch-offs like big money where a $5 ticket could net you $50,000 or the $2 Monopoly ticket with a top prize of $10,000. Go to mdlottery.com for all the details. Plus, you can download the app and scan your tickets to see if you're a winner. Must be 18 to play. Please play responsibly.
All right, we are back, and just want to thank our guests for having grace with me today. Boy, oh boy, this has been so fun. All right, we've got to get to what is happening in Frederick. That is one reason I know you guys hang tight with me and watch this show. You're so sweet, you're so funny. And we wish Carleah all the best of luck. We do. And we will talk more about Andrea's house because it is such an amazing organization. All right, we got to get our friends Intense Barbecue, the sponsor of what's happening in Frederick.
Sponsored by Intense Barbecue. Family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company cooking in small batches to ensure that the food is the freshest it can be. Intense Barbecue can cater your events and they do any kind of food. It doesn't have to be barbecue. Find them at SEBBQ.com and satisfy your meat tooth.
I love our friends at Intense Barbecue for sure. And I love you all. Thank you guys so much for all the comments. My brain can't even fathom trying to get all of that on screen, but I do see them and I'm reading them all, and you guys are phenomenal. All right, want you to mark your calendars. January 31st, Kicking Up a Cure is happening at the Thurmont Event Complex with line dancing. It's a fundraiser for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Dinner's included from Thurmont Country Kitchen for $30. All you have to do is go to WFRE.com and you will see the details on screen about that. It is going to be so fun. You and 500 of your closest friends or thereabouts hanging out, line dancing, and having a great time. I can't wait. February 4th is the African Americans of Excellence program. Kickoff to the online auction. Of course, we're going to celebrate the 7 honorees that have been selected this year and tell their story, which is so cool. They've had such an impact on Frederick in the community, and you may or may not be familiar with them, but they are wonderful people to know, and we can't wait to do that. Tickets are just $20. WeinbergCenter.org to grab yours. March 30th kicks off our countywide adult egg hunt. March 30th. Mark your calendar. We're going to do it a little differently this year. We had such a great response with the 12 eggs of Christmas that we just did, that we are going to release the photos of the eggs in waves. That way, people who have to go to work on March 30th don't feel so terrible, because we're going to release them a little at a time every day. So I think like 50, what does that mean? 60 eggs a day. 60 eggs a day are going to be released for you to find. That kicks off March 30th. And by the way, that intersects with spring break. So if you're off because your kiddos are off, or you're taking the day or the week off, you will be able to hunt throughout the day as well. May 15th and 16th is your Relay for Life of Frederick County for American Cancer Society, of course. And that is at FCC. It is 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Karen Wolcott was on the show the other day talking all about what a great event that is. And you can get a team together to fundraise and participate, or you can participate as an individual. But I implore you that if you have had cancer, fought cancer, survived cancer, or lost someone to cancer, it is a great place to be amongst people who totally understand what you are going through. All right, today they've got that winter escape room at 5 p.m. at the Point of Rocks Library. It's great for teens and tweens and their families to attend. 5 o'clock. They have that as well. Just saw this online. Now through January 19th, the Love for Laughlin organization is hosting a scavenger hunt. There are weekly prizes, but they do clues each week, and you have to figure out what they're talking about. Take a selfie and tag them, and then you might get a prize, which is awesome. If you look at Love for Laughlin on Facebook, you'll see details there. Tomorrow, 11 a.m., Special Needs Dance Party is at FCF Church. So if you want to go hang out with really great people, you can go there at 11 o'clock. Sharon from Sharon's School of Dance is there leading some dances. Tons of people will be there. And I'm telling you, if you want a fun morning, that is what I would be doing as well. At 6:30 tomorrow, you can learn all about cacti, I guess, and succulents from Frederick County Master Gardeners. That is at right on Montague Lane. And I'm telling you, I can't even grow a cactus. And I had succulents in here, and they're all dead. So I don't know what I did. I need to attend that event myself. It's also Bluegrass Night at Benstown tomorrow. On Friday and all weekend long, you can see Macbeth at New Spire Arts. That's by the Endangered Species Theater Project. If you want to check that out, you can go to WeinbergCenter.org to grab tickets for the shows there. January 10th, let's see, what do we got? Oh, the Lego Masters Build Day at Middletown United Methodist Church. That's from 10 to noon. No experience necessary. Everybody's welcome to that one. And at 5:30, Vinyl Nights is at Monocacy Brewing. That sounds like fun. Some DJ spinning all your favorite vinyl from 5:30 to 8:30 right at Monocacy Brewing. January 11th, that's Sunday, Trivia Night at Linganore Wine Cellars. That's Y2K Trivia. So if you've been around a few minutes, then you might do really well at that trivia. You can just show up. You don't need a team. You don't need to buy tickets. You can just show up and have a good time there. At 4 to 7, it is Wild Card Watch Party at X Golf. You can join WFRE's Drew at X Golf. They're going to have tons of things like a putting challenge. There's going to be gift cards given away, all kinds of fun. And it's who's playing? I know it's the Eagles. Is it the Eagles and 49ers? Maybe. My team was out before they started, so I kind of half watching any of this. But anyway, it'd be fun. 4 to 7, the wild card party at X Golf. And then at 5 o'clock, they have a swing dance class at William Talley Rec Center. You've got to sign up for that. You can reach out to them for more details. All right, we made it. We made it. It wasn't a huge disaster, only minor disasters. Oh, let's see. Wellness Wednesday at the VSC, 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. Red light therapy. That's today. Today is Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday at the Veterans Service Center on Monocacy Boulevard. I think that was Chris putting that in there. They don't identify you on LinkedIn, but I'm pretty sure that was Chris doing that. So the VSC, Veterans Service Center, right on Monocacy Boulevard. Wellness Wednesdays, every week they bring in a practitioner that can help you mentally, spiritually, and health-wise. So red light therapy sounds kind of cool. All right, you can do that as well. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging in. Again, your grace is, I feel it, and I appreciate it. We're back tomorrow with some more, but tomorrow's another day. You're going to have to hang with me doing this. Hopefully I've worked out some of these kinks, but I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday. It's hump day. After all those holidays, it's good to know we're halfway through.
Sponsored by Fusion Car Wash. Now with 2 locations in Frederick to serve you. One on Spectrum Drive near the FSK Mall, which is a full-service location. And TJ Drive with self-serve vacuums. Download the free Fusion Car Wash app and sign up for a monthly membership. And you can keep all your cars clean daily. FusionCarWash.com.